Hi everybody, this is John from Ugly Fly Company. I just thought I'd check in and let you know how we're doing on our trip on the Oregon coast. Right now we're at, Paradise City, Thousand Trails. I really like this campground. They've been doing some updates and it's pretty nice. We have a nice spot. Um, we were staying at Thousand Trails at Seaside up until when was it? Wednesday. No, we left Seaside on Thursday morning, but Wednesday our truck died. We had a our alternator went out, and apparently our battery was killed too because of the alternator not charging it, and we had to leave the next day, and we called Doc's Auto Shop, Auto Repair, and they were very helpful. I mean, if you get stuck in Seaside, call Doc's because they really helped us out a lot. They came, and we have AAA and we have Good Sam's, and my wife tried AAA, and we live in Washington, and so we wound up calling the Washington side. Oh, you got to call Oregon. So they transferred us to Oregon, and then they couldn't find anybody, and it was going to be like 2 hours, and this was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and Doc's closed at 5. So he said, well, that's not going to work. So I tried, they were still going to send someone out, and so we tried Good Sam's, and their system is, I don't like their system on how to get a hold of someone to help you out. Then you only get towed a mile. It's going, what good is that? AAA, we get towed, a couple hundred miles. And so anyway, they were going to try and come out too, and they were sending somebody from Long Beach, Washington, which is just ridiculous. So when I called Doc again and told him what was going on and how long it was going to be, and he said, well, where are you at? And we told him. He says, oh, I think we can just come and get you. They don't have a tow truck, but they came over. They picked up my wife and brought her back to the campground because she was on her way trying to get to Doc's Repair, and everything just died, and she was stuck. And so they brought her back to the campground, and took the truck. They put one of those jump boxes on it, one of those little high-powered ones, and hooked it up, and just used that and drove it to their shop, and they worked on it. They ordered the parts, and they got everything in that day. And I mean, they literally had just like an hour and a half or so when they finally came and when they were able to get it. And they stayed late, and they quoted me a price, and they stuck to that price, and I found it reasonable. And since we're at the campground, we don't have a truck or a car to go get the car. So after they were done working on it and they closed up, his wife followed him out, and he brought the truck out and dropped it off to us, and they left, and it works great. Things are working on it now that didn't work on it before, which is kind of nice. And we thought other things were wrong with it, but it just turned out to be that battery and alternator combination that was giving us trouble. And so that worked out really, really well. I mean, I appreciate all their help they did, and they were quite wonderful to work with, and I'd use them again in an instant. And if anyone else has problems with their RV, I guess they get called quite a bit from the 1,000 Trails there to come help them. And so they're good people. They have my reference if they want it. So we were able to leave on time on Thursday morning and got to the Pacific City campground, and boy, we didn't get a full hookup site. There's not many of them, but we got a nice site, and people were just flooding in that Thursday. I mean, there's cars coming all hours of there's campers coming all hours of the night trying to find spots, and but there are quite a few sites that maybe aren't as desirable for larger RVs, but yeah, I really like our spot. It's really nice. Let me see, is there anything else? We've had fun going to the ocean. Wife and I and a lot of our kids have been here at Pacific City a long time ago. Our kids were little, and we came in a different direction, and we didn't know what was here. I mean, we didn't see Pacific City. We didn't see the ocean. We went a long ways to go to the ocean and stuff, and we just pretty much stayed at the park. Well, this time around, we came by and we happened to be camping next to the trail that goes to the ocean beach. We didn't know that was there, so we followed that down and went over and went to the beach, and we were going, wow, we didn't know this was here. And we saw, and there was this creek that was going up the hill, and cars were coming down it. We were going, where are the cars coming from? And so there's got to be a road to go down there. So we hung out for a little while, and then we went back up to the trailer and we got the truck, and went down the road, and there's a road going down to the ocean beach. And so well, we went down there and we stayed for quite a while, and Micah found someone who was surf fishing, and Micah was really interested in doing that, so he talked to him for quite a while, and even went out in the cold and stood there in the water while he, asking him questions about how to do it and stuff, and that was pretty nice of that guy. And we had never knew that was here. And then we left, and then we decided to go down the road to see this Pacific City, and there's just down the road, there's Pacific City, and there's this sand dune, and there's all this stuff. And just because we came in the other way and we weren't, I don't know what was wrong with us at the time. We weren't aware of all these things that were here, and it's a pretty nice place down there. There's a giant sand dune you can climb up on. I'm not going to climb up a giant sand dune, but there's some nice places along the beach, and that's where they have the dory fishermen that you can get taken out, and you catch in these dory boats, and you catch your limit, and then they bring you back in. They run the boat up on the beach, and then they take the next people out, and it was pretty interesting. It was kind of fun to watch them. I might have to do that next time we come back or something. Yeah. So it's been a good trip so far. We're leaving on Wednesday. What day is Wednesday? The 19th of October 2022. And then we're going to Mary Hill State Park to spend the night and kind of break up the trip so Kristen doesn't have to drive all the way home in one shot. And so that'll be. I always like staying there. It's kind of a nice campground. It's right on the Columbia River. It's pretty nice. So we'll be staying there for a night, and then we'll be heading home on the 20th, and it'll be kind of good to get home. What was I going to say now? Oh, the reason my wife has to drive is because I'm legally blind. I have, what is it called? Vitelliform macular dystrophy. I have a spot in the middle of my vision that makes it, I can't see to drive. I can't see cars coming at me from the road. I can't see cars in front of me. I don't know, it's annoying. I hate not being able to drive. But anyway, that's why my wife has to do all this driving. We bought a smaller trailer because that's what she was willing to try and tow. And she's been doing really good. She's learning how to drive with the trailer, and I don't know, I still wind up backing up the trailer into the spot most of the time, but she's been trying. She does a good job. I'm proud of her for all that she's done and she's not complaining about the driving, which is good. She used to complain quite a bit about doing all the driving, but I don't know, she doesn't seem to be complaining as much. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. You know, if you guys have any questions about vitelliform macular dystrophy, or the 1,000 Trails, or the Pacific City campsite, or even Seaside campsite, then there are 1,000 Trails, and just leave a comment and let me know, and I'll get on and try and answer them for you. Hope everyone has a good day and good week. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.